Wall Street, the towering symbol of financial power, where fortunes are made and lost in the blink of an eye. But beneath its glossy exterior, behind the flashing tickers and the sound of ringing bells, there is a secret one so powerful that it has the potential to bring down the very system that controls our economy. Have you ever wondered what it really takes to crash Wall Street? To shake the foundations of this financial tight? Wall Street's strength is built on one thing: confidence. The belief that everything is stable, that the markets are trustworthy, and that the money will keep flowing. But what if that foundation is built on lies? What if Wall Street as power is far more fragile than we've been led to believe? The 2008 financial crash was the moment when the cracks in the system were exposed to the world. The global economy, built on an illusion of stability, collapsed in a matter of days. But what caused this monumental crash? It wasn't just reckless lending or shady subprime mortgages. There was a secret that had been hiding in plain sight: the unchecked manipulation of financial markets by those who were supposed to be regulating them. At the heart of the collapse was the practice of derivatives. Financial products so complex and risky, no one truly understood the full scope of their impact. In the years leading up to the crisis, banks and financial institutions were using derivatives to bet on the housing market, creating a web of risk that no one could untangle. But here's the secret: the people behind Wall Street knew the system was fragile. They knew that these products were a ticking time bomb. But they also knew something far darker: the system was designed to fail. The derivatives market was built on speculation, where large banks were trading risk without fully understanding the consequences. And yet, these same institutions had the backing of the government, and the regulatory bodies like the SEC turned a blind eye. Why? Because the real power wasn't with the people, it was with the bankers, the billionaires, and the financial elite who stood to gain everything when the system finally collapsed. The crisis wasn't a random event. It was the result of a deliberate system designed to benefit the few while crushing the many. When the bubble finally burst, it wasn't just ordinary homeowners who lost everything. It was the entire global economy. The crash wasn't just about Wall Street, it was about the hidden. The question remains: why would anyone design a system that's bound to fail? Why would they create an environment where financial chaos is inevitable? The answer is simpler than you think: control. The secret behind Wall Street's power isn't just money. It's the ability to control the flow of wealth. Banks, financial institutions, and the wealthy elite have learned to use the chaos of the markets to their advantage. They don't just make money from stability, they profit from instability. Take, for instance, the role of short selling. This practice allows investors to bet against the market, profiting when it crashes. Short selling isn't a tool for the everyday investor. It is a weapon used by the powerful to manipulate the economy. When the market falls, those who have bet against it get richer. They make money from the collapse, from the chaos, and from the suffering of others. And that's not just a one-off, it's the way the system works. But it's not just Wall Street's actions that caused the crash. There's something far darker at play: the hidden relationships between banks, governments, and financial institutions. Behind closed doors, deals are made that aren't about stability, they're about control. The banks don't just work with the government. They influence it. Through lobbying, campaign donations, and backdoor deals, the financial elite have created a system that's rigged in their favor. Look at the 2008 bailout. The very banks that caused the crisis were the first to be bailed out by the government. The public paid the price, but the banks walked away with billions. This wasn't a coincidence, it was by design. The government, which is supposed to serve the people, became an enabler for the same financial institutions that brought the world to the brink of collapse. What's worse is that this secret agenda is still alive and well. The system hasn't changed, it's just become more refined. Today, the elite are using the same tactics, the same manipulation, to control the economy. While the public continues to struggle, the bankers and billionaires keep getting richer. And the worst part? Most people have no idea that this is happening. So, what happens when the system finally breaks? What happens when the next financial crisis hits? The answer is chilling. The same people who caused it will be the ones who benefit from it. The power behind Wall Street, the hidden hand controlling the markets, will remain untouched, while the rest of us are left to pick up the pieces. You might think that the 2008 crash was a one-off. You might believe that the system was shaken, but after years of recovery, we're back to normal. The truth? The game is still rigged. The very forces that brought Wall Street to its knees are still at play, and they're more powerful than ever before. But hear us the most disturbing truth. Wall Street's collapse wasn't just a consequence of reckless greed. It was a calculated move in a larger, ongoing strategy. A strategy designed to ensure the wealthy elite remain at the top, while the rest of the world is left to pick up the scraps. You see, the crash wasn't the end, it was just another phase in a much bigger scheme. The real question is, how does this system continue? How do those behind Wall Street's power maintain control after they've already caused one devastating crash? The answer lies in the invisible hand of global finance. This hand isn't just about trading stocks and bonds, it's about the manipulation of global markets, the creation of crises, and the distribution of wealth. Take, for example, the world of central banks. These institutions, which were supposedly created to stabilize economies, are in fact one of the most powerful tools used by the elite to maintain their dominance. Central banks like the Federal Reserve in the US, the European Central Bank, and others around the world are responsible for printing money controlling the very flow of wealth. But what you may not know is that these institutions are not controlled by governments. They are privately owned by banks and financial institutions. They operate outside the public's eye, free from oversight or accountability. The secret here is that central banks can print money at will. They can inflate currencies, adjust interest rates, and regulate the flow of money through the global economy, all in the name of stability. But the reality? They use this power to concentrate wealth and ensure that the economic system benefits the few, not the many. Every time they print more money, they essentially devalue the money already in circulation, thus transferring wealth from the general population to the banks. And who stands to benefit from this? The financial elite who control these institutions. They profit from inflation, from debt, and from the instability they themselves create. The most chilling part of this? The system is designed to fail, and the elites know it. They understand that these economic bubbles will burst, that the markets will crash, and that when the time comes, they will be the ones left standing richer than before, with even more control over the global economy. The secret behind Wall Street's power isn't just money, it's manipulation, control, and the ability to create chaos for profit. The financial system has been designed to fail, but only when those in power decide. They know the game, they know how to control the market, and they're still playing it. But the real question is, how long will we allow them to control us? How long will we let the elite manipulate the system for their own gain? The truth is out there, hidden in plain sight, waiting for us to uncover it. And when we do, we'll realize that the power to change the system has always been in our hands. If you want to uncover more about the secret agenda that controls Wall Street, hit subscribe. Join me as we continue to expose the hidden forces that run the world. History has the answers, and I'll show you where to find them.